Friday morning, everyone. I hope this has been a wonderful week so far, and I hope that you're going to finish it strong in the Lord this week. Well, in my case, though, I'm disappointed. Something that I worked hard for just didn't pan out. And while that's not unusual in this life, we all sometimes have difficulty dealing with it. And I know in my past, I certainly have. Especially if whatever it is something that I've worked really hard on and frankly I know deep in my heart needs to be done. What I mean is that it's not just me alone. Countless people feel defeated and let down by disappointing circumstances, but our response to these things can make all the difference. Frustrations can either be an opportunity for spiritual growth or, frankly, a destructive blow for a lot of folks. A right response to disappointment begins with resisting that natural tendency toward anger or depression or bitterness. I've done them all in the past. One thing the Lord has been teaching me is that if someone else was involved in the situation, don't be so quick to judge him or her on their conduct. I mean, we can't fully understand what's going on in others' lives or what motivates them to act as they do, and we certainly can't change what has occurred, nor can we change how other people behave. That should be our first step. Our second step should be to ask the Lord, how am I going to respond to this? I mean, God can and will guide us to a wise and righteous reaction because, to be honest with you, we don't have all the facts and He does. And of course, there's always the possibility that it's just not the right time for something that does eventually need to be done. Third, we must follow His direction, even if it isn't what you really want to do. I mean, oftentimes the Lord's way contradicts our own desires and the advice of others. And often, even though we're disappointed, we should not give in to the initial response of just giving up. If the Lord is in it, it will indeed happen, but from my experience, it never happens exactly in the way I think. However, His plan is the one that will bring about growth and result in the greatest good, both individually and for us as a church. And finally, I found it beneficial, well, even vital, to keep my focus on God and His higher purpose for my life. I mean, for years I was prone to dwell on my hurts and the harm that came from them, which is what makes disappointment so destructive. I am learning to, as Brother Durst used to say, let go and let God take care of things. By learning not to dwell on things that disappoint me, I'm free to look at things rationally, seek God's face and His will, and possibly even come up with a plan that will eventually accomplish His plan down the road, or at least help to bring it about. There is only one really healthy method for dealing with letdown, and that's pursue the Lord's way and His will. Though human plans can be derailed, nothing alters God's purpose. No matter how deep your hurt goes, He will shepherd you through the setbacks and sorrows while growing your faith. So yeah, I'm disappointed. I can use that as an excuse to quit trying or as a motivator to work harder and to grow in the Lord, to increase my faith, and to eventually accomplish His plan for my life and for the church. It reminds me of Proverbs 2, 7 and 8, which says, He holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield for those who walk in whose walk is blameless. For He guards the course of the just and protects the way of His faithful ones. Look, God doesn't call us to live defeated lives, but be victorious in Him. And that means learning to trust in Him in both victory and disappointment. So onward into victory, my brothers and sisters. Today's failure will be tomorrow's triumph, so long as the Lord is in it. I hope you make today a fantastic day. I want you to know that I'm here should you need me. I hope to see everybody in church on Sunday, and I love you all.